kör vi Divinity Original Sin Definitive Edition. Let's go! Classic mode. Har ingen aning om vad de håller på med. Ingen aning om. Jag har spelat det här från ett tag sedan och jag spelade förbi första biten och kom vidare, men sen så slutade jag spela och känner att jag bör börja om. Så vi får se vart det leder. Jag har inte jättekoll på, jag har inte kollat upp någonting om det, utan jag är helt ny på detta. Jag har ingen aning om vad som är rätt och vad som är fel, så ni får helt enkelt kommentera om det är någonting som ni vill att jag ska göra annorlunda. Origin, Red Prince. Do like the look. Skulle ju kunna få med honom. Fighter känns ju rätt. Fights 8 physical armor. Inquisitor. Knight. Det är 200 fucking weapons som gäller. Especially wartime knights are trained not only to fight but to rally troops. This bloodsucker. Talents. Thanks. That's too. Battle mage, wizard, witch, wayfarer, shadowblade, powerful assassin whose arsenal of both daggers and magic gold. Jag gillar ju Knighten bättre för att det är 200 specialized in war tactics. Let's go with a fucking knight! And my name is Famous Bruce. See, play dead, production, crippling blow, yes. Appearance, bone color. Fet. Bold var inte så jävla dum heller. Kör på den där. Hercules Grey. Timberwolf. Crow. Let's go with Grey motherfucker. Features.
You're not trying to escape. Glory is mine. No, meteor. You're not trying to escape, are you? I'm ready.
I like that. Let's go for it. Strength. Warfare. 200 bartering. Civil abilities are non-combat abilities. They come in handy when you're not. Lore Master. Handling skills which penetrate sites and become cheaper. Lucky Charm, loot is stash. Så vi kör I'm a lucky motherfucker. Confirm. Frågor, nej jag har dem. Ja, det är den där vi ska köra på. Vi har big as fuck. Attacks of opportunity, yes. Tags. Savage animal. Soldier. Yes, instrument. Fuck it. Show up. Mystic Soldier. Okay, is this our guy? Tror vi har det vi behöver. Let's. Beware, playing Undead poses unique risk and benefits. Undead must veil their true selves from the living or risk being attacked. Healing potions will damage your body. Undead. Okay. I'm fucking ready to go.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And The Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough.
Got mig en liten cup of tea.
Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Just det. Just fan.
Well, look what the doc dug up. You're lucky they didn't notice just how thin you were under those bandages. Although, seeing someone wrapped up like that, they probably thought you had the scabbing plague. Heh? Look, laugh, but don't touch. Better keep that hood down, mind you. The living don't take kindly to seeing their future staring back at them.
Playing dead, are you? Probably a good idea.
Det brukar väl finnas en jävla...
Boring.
Inventory. What do we have? Source code. Okay. Låt oss se vad vi kan hitta. Locked. Där kan vi gå upp. Den kan vi flytta dig.
An animal's die. Freight or food.
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shit.
Kicks me in the motherfucking... Get out of here!
Did you expect a needle?
There is the lucky points I needed! Cargo door. Door. What is the barrel? Sneaky weaky.
You there. Come here. Hey, get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in? Set me free and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think. Suit yourself. But we're all in the same boat here.
Fy fan.
I should have known there'd be trouble.
Crippling blow.
I'm not one to let sleeping dogs lie.
The prisoner's buoyant voice darkens as his gaze finds the sun.
Ah, I'm nothing if not a...
Die, motherfucker!
What would he have to gain by killing me? Strange forces are at work.
Strange indeed, my friend. Strange indeed. Let's see what we can find. Så jag blir healad av, får vi se.
Empty.
Empty. minnas att vi hade någonting att lura här med. För att ta oss ut. Fuck it, det var nog allt. Yes. Two Chronicles, L. Chapter 1, Merry Medium. We're on the merry way in Chanel, Magic Crusade, Evolutions, and all that.
Why, you're looking... There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the log. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. The good ship Merryweather. But you can stand at ease there, Private. You do realize you're not in the army here.
Index fingers pressed to her lips. She pauses a moment to give you a
My word. You do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too... Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. And is he? Oh, well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they? Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens. Oh, do go on. I won't hold it against you. Promise.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
You better stop before you hurt yourself. Oh, there you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
She frowns and peers at you closely, concern clearly etched upon her face.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take...
delete this, save. to magisters.
Good gods. There's been a murder here.
Yes, this is a rare kind of
A
magic.
young magister stands pale and silent. Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or your best. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. Aren't you enterprising? I'll go ahead.
Did the murderer take him into this room? Or was he all... Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source. We'll find out who did this.
She looks up at you with a mirth.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. I thought as much. Listen, I could use someone to bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything.
Okay. We're taught to register the ship. The sorcerer's slice murder.
Why won't you sing?
Den är bra. That yet. Second punch. Let's go look for some shit.
Ah, there you are. Husband, would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this loser woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical. How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and get, and maybe I'll sing you something.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You'd presume right. Nope, trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tight. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer. I'm better though. Listen. La 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 la.
You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
Or
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out and examines your bandages, rubbing them between his fingers.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have no interest in that. No, I want to know about the This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you don't have any useful... Now please, run along. I have a world...
Here to register, sir. Good, good. You faring okay so far? Of course I do. Seems Voidwoe can dog your heels like a shadow. That's no way to live, is it? You'll see. We're gonna help you. You head on in now.
Please, please, please.
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horn. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
My, we are fierce, aren't we? Not to worry. I'll soon remedy that. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook? And of course, a cook who can't taste is about as useful as... On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics, just as I thought. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions... As per your own testimony, you have the taste buds of a dung beetle, the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit, and your personal hygiene reminds one of a... That won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave. Ever so sorry. I know, but you just don't have what it takes. Still.
Highborn, what it looks like.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Finer. Meanwhile, the...
A broad dwarf sits... He raises an eyebrow as you approach.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
He turns his head toward you, looking you up and down.
You look like a boy to me. Listen, if you're interested. Or get gone if you aren't. The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates. The groaning of wood from floor to ceiling. The boom, crash and crackle of waves around you. Complaint.
And?
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger. It's...
He cocks his ear to the other side, then smiles.
Anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate. That's all you hear, though. Listen close. There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before...
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news. It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Burn my beard. That means if we've been traveling for... Yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy. No indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destiny.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard. Gold medal.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
He continues stroking his beard.
Wolves around a campfire.
Did you see the body?
We've got this wolf on a leash now. soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
There has been a murder, Your Majesty.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants. No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's...
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties. The Joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Easy now. I might think the same, but Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous...
I'll find out. I always do.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old...
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
She shakes her head.
Game for one. I'm rolling dice. Deciding fates.
She eyes you
Not the future, no. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She chuckles once.
That red-cheeked refusal tells me more than but suit yourself, darling.
She smiles, contempt.
Just a kitten.
This is more or less about knowing the fucking characters.
They don't care about
Keep with those bubbles trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight.
There are others whose lives must...
Good God! Come, you there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Damn son!
What's happened?
Source to slip through source code. Oh fuck. Det är bara shit kvar. Suppose we can put why don't we do? Locked.
The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She doesn't stir. Ser lugnt ut.
No, not the final dark. Not yet.
It's no use.
The dice rolled.
Ifan lies motion. His eyes flicker open.
Loosen.
Ifan cries out. Then...
Oh! What? Water?
The lizard's eyes...
Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards. God damn it! Need to get off this wreck, and quick! Great gods! Something's pounding on the hull!
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You recognize the symbol immediately for what it is, a warning of death fog within. You press your palm against the door to open it. Your fingers clack against the wood, and you suddenly feel grey. The touch leaves you numb, dull. It doesn't budge. You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No, no, no! What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid!
The skeleton looks up and
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
Yes, indeed. It's the look of... Now, if you're really quite finished, I believe you have lifeboats to flee to. I believe you did. Although I was wearing the face of an elf at the time. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little scene. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead... Indeed, just as sensible as getting off a sinking ship and leaving a fella... I would say good day, but it seems quite likely that you're about to die a rather terrible death. So...
The skeleton shrugged. The moment you touch the door, greyness seeps into the door, groans open, but an ashen
Death fog. Good thing I'm immune. Still, this means trouble.
gods! By the fight, Grace, what was...
He eyes the collar circling your neck and...
Another sorcerer!
The Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen in place at the sight of you.
Even if I knew how to rip that thing off, I wouldn't. Some crazy banshee comes screaming through, and now we got void bugs swarming up top.
He whispers loudly to the other.
Don't just cower there, Rix. Take out your blood.
Rix grabs his sword, which shakes in the rhythm of his trembling hand. The Magisters look to each other, then back to you.
Your lies end here. Get it!
There we go.
Bishop Alexander, if Lucian were alive, what would he think of his son's divine order?
Heal up. Jag tror vi har hittat allting vi behöver. Let's get out of here. Gången key.
rifle. That means there's still a chance.
Nothing left to do. Go on the boat.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first.
The dwarf yanks at one of the...
Said there were other people down there.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! There's a ladder right over there.
You're gonna be the death of us, you... Had to open your big mouth, didn't you?
Get yourself up the ladder. Wait! Void Woken! These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
They who are about to triumph.
I'm ready.
I've faced worse. The Reaper for me.
Let the games begin. I thought Void Woken was supposed to be scary. Glory is mine.
No telling where there might be more. We need to move.
We make a pretty good team.
Away. The sea's helping.
Jävlar.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Länk ville han ha.
Är det någon som skjuter där eller?
Och ja. Är det han vid under huset ni sköt döda precis eller? Ja, det var han. Springer där.
Folk till vänster.
Han knockad.
Jag är...
vi är on the island of Fort Joy. Det får bli det som kommer bli idag. Det blir en kortare variant. Till nästa gång. Bye!